All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Ardarius Stewart now on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. 3-19.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Blue 30. Quarter.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. 34 yards there and a 1st down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Black 20. Jack 16.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And some space here. Stewart shedding through. And how about that return as he's hauled away inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3rd and 2, Darnold dumps off to Powell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Man open left side is Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. To throw on second down is Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. Pushing his way through, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
They keep it with Crowell on first. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 50 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Oh, how about this? no good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
All right, here we go.
Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Brown. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. He got 29 yards that time. Roethlisberger now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, set. Black 20.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Jack 16. Set. Blue 30.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And give him a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold on first down. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Side. 180. Focus. 8.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 8. Boys,
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nunez got it, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey. Set. Blue 30. All right, let's go. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Delano Hill. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Roethlisberger will throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Always got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit. Set. 3-19.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incomplete. Here.
Watch two. All right, here we go.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Enunwa the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Toss play, Connor. And some room to maneuver. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Gun.
On first down, Rudolph. And his throw is incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
3-19.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And give them a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, here we go.
Here's a give to Crowell. And an alley to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rudolph going to look to throw it. Going up top. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Now let's go.
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. It's Rudolph. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Delano Hill. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. A 1st down throw, Darnold. Now he's flushed out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Switzer complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
All right, here we go.
And they will throw it here with Rudolph. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. Then the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now it's Rudolph. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw